Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this Lenovo Ideapad Flex 5 14ARE05, and then it has a model name 81X2. Alright, so first what we're going to do is, it looks like we're going to need a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver. Alright, so let's get that. And we're going to remove all the screws from the bottom. Okay, just like this. Keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shapes, and lengths, and you don't want to get them mixed up or you can cause damage to the computer. Okay, so there's 3 along the back where the hinges are, 2 on the sides, and then there's 4 along the front where the laptop opens up. Oops. These screws are slightly at an angle, so see. Alright, so the front screws seem to be the shortest, so keep that in mind. Whoa, it's so windy outside. Alright, so now that we got all the screws out, what we're going to do, there's a gap right here, or a seam. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our fingernails in that seam, and then we'll push on the palm rest area, but don't push on the trackpad. Okay, make sure you don't push on the trackpad or you can break that. So just go like that. There we go, and you can see the cover just pops out nice and easy. We're going to go around the side and basically do the same thing. Okay, just like that. Alright, same with the other side, and there we go. Now we're going to close the screen back down, and then after we got the sides and the front, we should be able to lift this and kind of wiggle it, and the cover just comes off just like that. So I don't know if somebody opened this before, but this thing looks all crinkled up, and I don't know, let's see, it lines up with the wireless card. That's kind of weird. Alright, so this computer's having issues turning on. This battery is actually loose here, so I think somebody actually opened this and worked on it. There's this rubber piece here. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. That's kind of strange. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the battery, and I'm going to actually peel up this warranty sticker. I don't know if it's a warranty, but it wasn't sticking down that strong, so I just peeled it up. If anything, you can just disconnect the battery without doing that, so we'll try. Alright, so we're going to have to switch to a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to remove the battery. You most likely don't have to pull out the battery to disconnect the cable, but I'm going to do it anyways because there's not much slack here. Okay, again, you want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths, and if you mix them up, you can cause damage to the computer. Alright, so we got those 2 screws, and then there's 2 more screws down here. Alright, now that we got all the screws out, let's lift the battery up. I'm just using the tab here, and then what I like to do is kind of try and get the cable and kind of pull it, like kind of wiggling it like this. Let me zoom in. If you can get underneath with your finger here, like how I'm doing, you can kind of pinch the 2 layers together, and then you can use that to kind of wiggle it as you pull it, and there you go. The battery came out. Here's the battery model number, L19C3PD6. Just in case yours is different, you want to open up your computer as well and check what's inside. Alright, so I'm going to open this, and I'm going to press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds to drain any power from the board. This is important so that you don't accidentally cause damage to the computer. Alright, press and hold the power button 10 to 15 seconds. You have to make sure the computer is open when you do this. If you have the screen closed, then usually the power button gets disabled. Alright, so anyways, you got the keyboard connector here. To remove that, there's a latch. You just lift that up. Alright, just like this. Okay, just like that, and then you can pull this connector out. Alright, I'm going to put this back in. Okay, you can use the blue tab to help push the connector in. Push that latch down. There's the keyboard backlight connector here. This tab comes up here. I'm going to leave these connectors in. You got the keyboard or the trackpad connector here. Alright, it goes underneath this cable and it bends and folds over. Then you got, this is the fingerprint sensor, I believe. Yep. These are the wireless, oops, let me zoom back out, sorry. So you got the fingerprint sensor here. You got the 2 wireless antennas here that go around and then they plug to the wireless card here. 1 screw holding that in place. You got SSD here. This is a M.2 PCIe NVMe, it looks like. Yep. So if you wanted to upgrade the SSD, you can. Just 1 screw. This is the LCD or LVDS connector. If you disconnect this or open the latch, make sure that you disconnected the battery first and press and held the power button. That's very important. All right. Fan here, fan connector. This USB port board along with the power button and the SD card slot are a separate board, so if for some reason you break one of these things, you can actually replace this whole little piece, and then you just disconnect this cable. So this cable, just like the rest, you flip the little latch up. Oh, make sure you flip the right side so it flips up from, okay, it does flip up from this side. There we go. Okay, make sure to look at it carefully. We can latch that back down, and then this side also flips up like that. Alright, so that's pretty much all I'm going to show. There's also, oops, the speaker down here. So these speakers are just held in with little rubber mounts here, so you can actually just lift it out. Alright, I don't know if the other side, is the other side held in? Oh yeah, the other side is underneath the motherboard, so you will have to remove this board to replace this speaker and the motherboard to remove this speaker. But anyways, the connector's right there. To remove these wing connectors, or these plug connectors, I just grab the wings and I kind of just wiggle it so I pull it out. I'm going to leave it in there, and yeah, so we're going to see now if the computer's going to turn on. The customer said that it wasn't turning on. For some reason it just randomly shut off, so we're going to plug the battery back in and then see if we can get it to turn back on. They forgot to bring the charger and I don't have this charger, so I don't know, but we'll see. Alright, I like to pinch the 2 pieces together to make sure that the plug is connected all the way, and also to prevent pushing the connector off the board. Alright, so now we're going to line up the battery again with the screw holes. I'm going to put the screws back in. Oh, so windy. Okay, let's put these screws back in, and hopefully some computers, once you disconnect the battery, it actually will, it will require that you plug the laptop back in to turn it back on. So I'm not sure if the computer is even going to turn on right now since I don't have the charger, but we will find out. So I'm going to put this warranty sticker back on top of there. Okay. Alright, and then let's see if it's going to power on. So flip it over, be careful opening it, and let's see. Okay, the power light is blinking and the fan is spinning, but it's not doing anything. So most likely the motherboard is dead. It doesn't look like the RAM is replaceable either. So the RAM is very likely just under here. And yeah, so this is very likely, I don't know if it was doing an update or what at the time, but the customer told me that it was doing something and then it shut off, it beeped, and then it never turned back on. So yeah, most likely maybe it was updating the BIOS or something and then it shut off, and then they probably got worried and then powered it off and it completely killed it. The power button light is still just flashing, so I don't know if you can even see that. Yep. So yeah, it looks like it is a dead motherboard. So we're gonna leave it at that. I already tried doing a power reset. There's no CMOS battery here, so that's pretty much all we can do with this, at least as far as my knowledge goes. I have someone I work with that can sometimes diagnose the circuit on the board, and they might be able to fix it, but they probably would need a replacement BIOS chip for this to work. Anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys. At least you can upgrade the SSD or something. But thanks for watching. I'm going to put back the screws. You're welcome to stay, but other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Alright, let's just clip all of this back in place. Alright, make sure all the clips go back in. Alright, we'll switch back to the T5 screwdriver. One other thing I'll try is I'll try the 1-key recovery button, but I doubt that's going to do anything. If they're lucky, it might work. Alright, so get all these screws back in. Clip everything back. Alright, so let's see inside here. Okay, it's still on and it's still blinking. The 1 key recovery hole is on this side. Oops, right there. So I'm going to try with a needle. I'm going to power this off and then I'm going to try pushing that and see if I can get any different reactions. So I'm going to hold the power button, make sure the computer turns off completely. Huh. I don't think it's even letting me turn it off. Let's see. Oh, okay, it turned off. Alright, so now let's try pressing the 1 key recovery button here. Just use a little needle. Push that. The computer turned on. And nope, the power light is still just flashing. So it looks like it is a motherboard issue. And yeah. Alright, so I'm going to power this off. And that's pretty much it. Again, hopefully this video was able to help you with other things, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!